What's up guys, Nero here, and today I'm gonna share with you a guide on how I play our favorite Drunken Master Lee Dailin. I'll be making different sections for this video so you can click wherever you want, whatever specific part of the guide you wanna see. Also, I stream these builds a lot, so if you wanna see me play it, check me out on twitch.tv/lnerotv. With that out of the way, let's get right into the routes. Alright, so the first route should be very familiar to some of you guys, especially if you watch T-Back. If you guys don't know, T-Back is one of the best Dailins in Korea right now, and he runs the exact same route as well. Build codes will be in the description down below. I would suggest using this build if you're just starting out, to be honest. Since you get the weapon on the second zone, which is factory, this build is a little squishy, but the burst potential is insane. You run Commander's Armor and Drapnir. You're a little squishy, but your combo deals a lot of damage. So if you see Cemetery and Factory aren't very contested, definitely go for this route. Alright, so the second route is something that I came up with, since Factory and Cemetery can be sometimes a little contested. You know, with the hearts and the other Dailins running the build, the usual build. So I came up with this route. This route replaces the Drapnir with the Shah Jahan and gets weapon on the third zone instead of the second zone. But the good thing about this build is if you get everything you need, you get your boots and your weapon on the same time. So that's like a big power spike for you, especially if you wanna kill Nadines, kill Emmas and Ciselas on hotel. That's really good. It also gives you access to the first tree. So it's very flexible in a sense that if you don't get the second ash, you can make glacials, or if you built your boots, you could just go for Scotty. It's really easy to make. You just get an extra nail, then you get a bracelet, and you're set. I suggest using this build though when you're really comfortable with wall jumping while looting, because you have to be a lot faster with this build since you get your weapon in the third zone. For both routes, you would know that you're going at a decent speed if you get to the wolves exactly at 40 seconds. If you get to the wolves like exactly like the timing suggests, then you would know you're doing good, like you're being fast basically. And that's what you should aim for every game, but it's not like mandatory. It's just something you have to like keep in mind. Alright, so let's talk about the subs. A lot of guides I've seen didn't include this, so I want to include this because there will be a lot of times that you're gonna miss specific items in your build. So what I try to do is just substitute them with an item that has similar stats or does the similar thing that you want. For example, in this route 1, I'm gonna switch the Drapnir with a Tindalos band. Alright, so I will get Tindalos band instead of Drapnir if I miss my bandage. So if you miss your bandage, like if you get a glue in factory, you can make that into Tindalos band. All you need is a watch from Avenue and a bracelet from Fond. You also get golden Pond. So yeah, you should get Tindalos band instead of Drapnir if you don't get the bandage. So you don't have to force it, since it gives like similar like cooldown reduction and spell up. It's like what you need. You don't need SP anyway in Lee Dailin since you don't use SP on your skills. So that's a good substitute. Another substitute that you're probably gonna be using a lot of times is your armor, because usually if you only get one chain, I would suggest using that chain for your Borgonet instead. Alright, so you should use the chain that you get for the Borgonet. If you get a second chain, good, you can make Commander's Armor. But if you can't, make your leather armor into sunset armor. Sunset armor, you just need a ruby from Pond, then you're all set. Of course, a tip that I would give you also is try to kill the wolves first. All right. So if you kill the wolves first, you have a chance to get mithril, and from there your fabric armor instantly becomes mithril armor. Right. So that's like a hell lot better. Then you're gonna spike so hard in Pond Avenue if you have that item. So be on the lookout for those specific items. Alright, so for the second route, the subs are kinda harder to get, but it will pay up tremendously. So if you can't get a commander's armor, try to get a Neo D suit. Since you'll be crafting an iron sheet when you build Sajahan, you can basically just get patch robe from archery in school and a windbreaker in hotel, and there you go, you have a Neo D suit. It's a lot better than sunset armor in my opinion, and I would argue it's also a lot better than commander's armor. Like you have less burst, but you're a lot tankier and you have cooldown reduction. And Lee Dailin benefits from both of their stats a lot. So another sub that I would suggest that you go for is glacials. If you can't get your ash, only if you can't get your ash, I would suggest building Skadi instead if you have your ash and get the tree. But if you can't get the tree and you have ash, just go for straight jacket. But if you don't get your ash, you can go for glacials. Alright, so let's talk about the food. So if you're a veteran in this game already, skip this part since you probably memorize all the foods that you can craft anyway. But for the beginner guys that wants to know the ideal food that you want to have in these routes, please watch this part. So for the first route, you would want to make mocha bread and healing potions. Mocha bread is your like go-to food. It heals a lot, and you can make it easily since you can get alcohol from factory and you can get coffee in cemetery. You combine that with your bread and you can make mocha bread. You can also can get like bottles in chapel and orchids and ponds, so you can also make healing potions. In Avenue, you can make your chocolate chip cookies, and like milk builds into a lot of foods, but the best food you can make with milk is chocolate chip cookies. For the second route, there's not much food in this route, but you're gonna get lighters, and that's the important part. So if you can get like extra lighters, you can make them into baked carp in forest, and also if you can make orchids in forest, you can make healing potions in Avenue. And that's about it. Alright, so let's talk about some matchup tips I can give you guys for Lee Dailin. So I categorize the matchups that I commonly face in rank into like 3 to 4 categories. So the first one is like the first line, that your Emmas, your Yejins, your Ayas, your Adrianas, basically the squishy mages that usually has a lot of burst potential and mobility. So for these types of matchups, you should always try to engage with your E silence. A reminder that you need Tipsy in order to silence them, since they changed it. You can silence people anymore with just like the normal E. So you always have to have Tipsy before you fight into these guys. Also, if you're gonna fight into these guys, always make sure you have ultimate. Don't fight these guys without ultimate. It doesn't work. Because usually, if like they survive with a sliver of HP, they can run away from you, kite you, and burst you. So that's typically how I would approach these matchups. Next up is Luke and Fiora. Typically, these guys are like snowbally characters. They kill a lot of people in the mid game, since like if they get their items pretty quickly, they can just stomp the lobby. So always check their inventories and check their weapon mastery. If you think they're like the same as you or ahead of you, try to dodge the fight. Don't even try to be near them, because these guys can chase you down and they're gonna force your ultimate out, and you don't want that. Having no ultimate in a position where you wanna play a little more passively or to dodge fights is something that you don't want to be in. since you're probably gonna die at that point. But in late game, I would suggest like trying to dodge the Fiora's W and try to dodge some of Luke's W hits. It's very hard to face these guys in late game, but if you play it slow and they get impatient of you carrying them, weaving in and out. If they're like in 40% HP range, try to ult them with Tipsy, and you're typically in a good spot. So the next is like Katie and Jackie. So these guys like have high turn potential because of their self-sustain. Yes, you have healing reduction in your weapon, but that doesn't mean that they're not gonna heal anymore. They're still gonna heal. So for Katie, I would suggest approaching it the same as Luke and Fiora. If they're ahead in items and in weapon mastery, try to avoid the fights. Also try to avoid the KT with Vibroblade and Chapel, since I tried that matchup a lot of times. Even if you both have purple weapon and you have like more items than KT and Chapel, you're not gonna win that match. I tried it a lot of times. Also, with Jackie, I would generally say that don't try to kill Jackie unless you can one-shot combo Jackie, because if Jackie like forces out your ult but just runs away right after, you risk a lot of things. Like first off, you risk your ult being on cooldown, and also you risk the fact that you can be third party, since you're gonna be chasing this Jackie a lot if you wanna kill them. So usually I wanna fight Jackies at the final circle instead, since what I can do is just kite the Jackie's ult. When the ult is down, then I can wear her down. Sorry. So the next is the tanky boys. So the tanky guys, you generally just wanna play it slow. Like preferably you want Wick, but if you can't like get Wick, you just play a little slow. You just weave in and out, try to wear them down. If you like get an advantage in food, much better. If they get into 40% HP range, try to ult with Tipsy, and from there try to chase them down. Typically these guys would just rat until they get into the late game. They won't take any fights unless it's very favorable fights, so it's pretty hard to kill them. Also, it's hard to kill them in the sense that you have to commit everything in order to kill them, and you're gonna get third partied like a lot. So the next stop is the Sylvia. For Sylvia, you typically just wanna silence her while she's on motor mode. She can't do anything if you silence her on motor mode, since Sylvia cannot auto attack during the motor mode. That's basically it. You have to dodge a lot of Sylvia's E's though, since the pushback is a little annoying to deal with. But besides that, if you manage to silence her during her motor mode, then you're in good shape. Lastly, Yuki. He's one of my favorite matchups, to be honest, because the Yuki matchup is very reliant on you dodging with your W. Like most of the Yukis I face, especially in Korea, is the Enad two-handed sword build. So what you usually wanna do is you try to dodge his Q every time, since that's majority of his damage. So you dodge his Q with your W every single time, and you just wear him down, and when he's like 40% HP, Tipsy ult and you win the fight. I'm gonna show you guys a clip of exactly how to do that, and also after that I'm gonna show you guys an entire match, so you guys can see how I play from early game to mid game to late game. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you want to watch me live, again, you can watch me on twitch.tv/elnerotv. And I hope you guys have a good day and enjoy the clips. Thank you for watching. He didn't take it, but he oh my god, he killed the Fiora. How? Dodge. 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 Dodge! Let's go, baby! Let's go! How many dodges did we do, chat? How many Q dodges? Somebody clip that, bro. Let's go! I dodged his Q like how many times? Holy. Bandage. Bandage, please. Nah, no bandage. Sad. So no bana anymore, sir? What are you doing? Never mind. Let you live. Not grieving, pog you. Change man, pog you. No. Only Mocha bread. Whoa, calm down. Am I dead? Yep, I'm dead. Nope. The hell, sir? Stole my loot. Stole my leather. Search. Slippers. Any bracelets? Foggers. Flower? Nope. 酔った勢いでなければならないから。生存者が死亡しましたこと。Any fans? Oh, augers. 何が入ってる？だから飛びかかってこないでってば。新し Let's kill him, chat. Oh, he's gonna go for bear. I swear he's gonna go for bear. He has to. He has to go for bear, right? Yeah, he has to go for bear. There's no way. Easy. Not even close. Not even close, chat. Crappa. I think he saw me through console. He went for me. Let's make that photo. Get some lighters. What? What the hell are you doing, Sir Monkaes? Sir, this is a family-friendly stream, sir.
I'm summoning a demon.
Monkaes? Let's get bandages, sir. No, 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 no! Not like this! No, 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 no.
Dead.
What?
Kaya yan, wala
Yup. Where is he? Oh, he went semi. Just wanted to be safe. Don't wanna die like a Pepega again. Bandages? Question mark. Ooh, bandage. Poggers.
cod chomp.
The hell, he had 6 mastery? Why their mastery so low, man? Heated oil. Oh my god, that's his LI stack. Nope. 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 Any Wilson mains in chat? Lauren. Fighting over Lawrence. Hold this. Should we? 10 amp or 26 defense? Question mark. On. Oh, okay. Look, Monka H. Oh, they saw me. Maybe I need this. Yep. That fighting mixer. That's an MKB. Adriana's. What the hell? 13 mastery? Didn't hit the silence. What the hell, man? We're gonna get third party, sir. Sir, I suggest you stop that. I'm gonna get third party. Oh, he got the red shoes. Sag! Ah, should have hit it. Should have hit it in the animal or some shit. Adriana's playing cemetery. Okay, I need to TP at hospital real quick. Need to get zone. Are they fighting? Not yet. Ooh, Cabana. That's fog.
お酒代わりにならないかな。お酒持ってない？遊び足りないじゃない。連続キルを達成しています。
Okay, let's
最
get
終
your
生存
food.
者2人です。
Doesn't
療
have
養アル
anything.
コールって1分後最後の禁止区域が指定されます。セキュリティコンソール周辺は臨時セーフゾーンに設定されます。
すぐ片付けます。心配ご無用。
持ってない？
Alright, that's a full reset. He ulted.
怪我したら
心配ご無用。
それなりにお金をかけるでしょ。
Don't force it, boy. Don't force it, boy.
すぐ終わりますから。すぐに綺麗に
Don't force it, boy. Let's go. We won.
勝利しました。
We won, sir.
とだるいのが終わりね。
Poggers.